All right, in our journal, we are going to talk about modeling integer addition. So when you're modeling integer addition, remember that integers are all of the whole numbers and their opposites. And we're going to use a number line to model this. Now, anytime that we've graphed numbers so far, I've told you to make sure that you graph it on the number line. Well, now that we're modeling, we're not graphing these numbers. We're using arrows to model which direction the numbers are going. So we are going to be working above the number line. But there's a difference because we're not graphing, we're modeling. Okay? So, complete the steps to find the sum of -3 plus 7 by filling in the blanks. Model the number sentence using straight arrows called vectors on the number line below. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place the tail of the arrow on 0. So I'm going to come to 0 on my number line, and I'm going to put a dot above 0. Now remember, I'm not graphing 0. I am starting this addition problem with my number line. Next, draw the arrow 3 units to the left of 0 and stop at -3 because that's my first number. So I'm at 0 and I go to the left 3. And I stopped at -3. The direction of the arrow is to the left because we're counting down from 0. We're going to the left 3 to -3. Then we will start the next arrow at the end of the first arrow or at -3. So instead of going back to 0, we're starting our new arrow right where we left off. We're starting it at -3. Our second number is +7, so we're going to draw the arrow 7 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since we're counting up from -3, we're going to the right, and we stopped at 4, which means that -3 plus 7 is 4. So for number 2, again, we're going to start our first arrow at 0. And my first number is 5, so I'm going to go to the right 5. Now we start our second arrow at 5, because this is where our first number begins. And we're adding -9. So since it's negative, we're going to go to the left 9 places. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I stop at -4. Now for our last one, again, we start at 0. And our first number is -7, so I go to the left 7. Now I start at -7, and I have +5, so I'm going to the right 5 until I stop at -2. -7 plus 5 is -2. Just remember that on a number line, arrows are used to represent integers. They show distance and direction.